Please welcome Michael Kay, Part 4 talk of the Richmond Football Club.
Thank you. Thanks, Ben, my loyal assistant. Okay, there's been a few changes just lately. We're into the second last... No, Ben, go. No, Ben, start again. Ben. No, just a false start.
Alright.
No, but I'll be right the next time.
Please welcome Michael Kay's Part 4 talk of the Richmond Football Club.
Thanks again, Ben, my loyal assistant. He's stuck by me through all of these talks that I've presented to you. Second last round of the season. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride with Richmond. Occasionally they've looked good, but on most occasions they have not. I think the sum total is, you could say, it hasn't really been a stellar year. Okay, it's as a matter of fact, I think to be honest, we could say it's been rather shithouse. Oops, sorry, a rude word. Please don't ring in. I do apologise for any children who might be out there watching, but it has not been a good year. Anyway, let's move on. After the Wallace saga, we had Jade the Blade coaching, and I thought Jade the Blade may be a serious contender, but excuse me just a second, listeners, just a second. Ben, are we going to do this? Get into your room.
Sorry mate, I was just looking at something.
Into your room. Okay. And don't come out until you hear that I've finished.
The Bombers beat St Kilda.
Sorry, I just had a slight interruption. I must apologise again. Jade the Blade, I thought he'd be a serious contender, but he was found wanting the last couple of games. We got swamped by Sydney Swans and by Collingwood, almost to the point of embarrassment. Now we've got a new coach, Damien Hardwick. Now Damien Hardwick, he's an interesting one. He showed a lot of guts and determination in his playing days. He played for Essendon, and he was a really good player. I won't say great player, but a good, honest player. And if he can transfer this honesty and guts and determination that he showed into his players, I think Richmond could go places. He's served his apprenticeship with Port Adelaide and with Hawthorn as a coach. I guess the only question mark might be that he was knocked back in 3 previous interviews. But having said that, let's wish him all the best. It's going to be a tough gig, a really tough gig. He's backed, though, may I say, by a strong committee. You've got Brendan Gale, you've got Craig Cameron, and you've got Gary March, all fine, upstanding men. You've got a strong administration. The club financially is in the black, so at least he's got this going for him. Next match we have West Coast. It's neither here nor there. It's the last game of the season. Let's hope, though, that for everyone's sake, that they put up a good showing. Let's hope so. I mean, we can only see how we go. Just digressing, tonight, Thursday night, is the appeal for Buddy Franklin. My belief is it was a perfectly fair hip and shoulder. My belief is that he should not be rubbed out for this. And I'm sure if Jack Captain Blood died, he'd be turning in his grave if he knew that he was going to be rubbed out for a bump like that. He kept the elbow down, and it was just an unfortunate contact that he made to the head. But I think in an important match like this, he should be out there. The game is becoming too sanitised. We need guys with the passion that Buddy Franklin shows. And we just don't have these guys, and the game is becoming far too sanitised, and people are going to stop going to the footy if the AFL continues to go down this path, because we don't want the game turning into something like soccer or basketball. It is a physical game. Let's keep the physicality there. There's not a lot more I can say. As I said, if you sense that a depressed tone in my voice, well, you are right. I mean, I was expecting at the beginning of the season much bigger and better things from Richmond. Unfortunately, they were found wanting. But let's hope that they'll be on the right track for next season. Grand final, people have been coming up to me asking who's going to win the grand final. I think it's going to be a very even contest. Geelong and St Kilda have slipped a bit. That means that some of these clubs lower down on the ladder, they could come up. And I think there's maybe 4 or 5 teams, well, particularly any team that finishes in the top 4, that will have a really good chance. So I might leave it there. Thank you again. This will probably be my last address for this season. But let me just say this, if it wasn't for all of you loyal listeners out there, I would be stuffed. I'd be completely stuffed. It's a two-way street. I need you, you need me. Now,
And I need Michael, because he's such a great guy, and he's put his heart into the game, and
This was not in the script, ladies and gentlemen and listeners. This was not in the script. He's come in here and he's all right. He's put his arm around me and all that sort of stuff. But I would have rather that he did it when I gave him the nod. But anyway, look, he's here now. This is my production manager, camera operator, mentor, all round Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Ben Owl. So take a brief bow, Ben, but just make it brief. Okay, good. That's it. That's enough. I am the star of the show. Don't you ever forget that, Ben. But may I compliment you, you've done an excellent job, and may I compliment you, the listeners, for putting up with me the way you have. Mostly I've had compliments for my speeches that I've given to you, or my addresses that I've given to you. There's been the occasional bloke who's come up to me and said that I look like an idiot, but I can cop that. Because whenever someone speaks their mind, you'll always get them. Anyway.
Michael, the classic finish of Michael K right here, ladies and gentlemen. Right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm signing off.
Signing off, alright.
That bloke who called me an idiot, he might find that he may live to regret it one day. He knows who he is, I know who he is.